Are you thinking about what software you need to learn as an architecture student? Or maybe you're about to start university and don't want to fall behind on day one? Then this video will save you months of confusion. Today, I'm breaking down the top 5 softwares every architecture student needs. This will genuinely make your uni life easier and, more importantly, make sure that you're employable after graduation. Hi, I'm Rhino. I've got a degree and a master's in architecture, and I also work professionally in the architectural industry. If this kind of content helps you out, hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel massively. So, architecture isn't just pretty drawings. The industry is extremely software driven. But the good news is, once you understand the three main categories of software, the whole workflow finally makes sense. So there's three categories that you have to understand. Number one, you have your design softwares. Number two, you have your rendering softwares. And number three, you have your post-production software. Now let's break each one down and I'll show you exactly which one to focus on. So, category one, these are your design softwares or CAD softwares. CAD stands for computer aided design. These are the ones you probably be spending the most time on. Some examples of design softwares or CAD softwares include AutoCAD, ArchiCAD, Rhino, SketchUp, and Revit. Now you're probably wondering, which one do I focus on? My recommendation would be AutoCAD, Revit, and Rhino, and I'll tell you why. SketchUp is pretty good. However, this is mostly used by interior design firms. It's not necessarily widespread or commonly used in architectural firms. Rhino, in my opinion, is a much better version of SketchUp, especially if you like organic shapes, parametric designs, or Zaha Hadid style architecture. Another issue with SketchUp is it relies heavily on a lot of plugins for it to actually reach its full potential, which is why I would recommend Rhino. It's also a bit limited in terms of technical or BIM workflows. For context, BIM stands for Building Information Modeling. Think of BIM as an ecosystem of softwares where you can design, document, and collaborate on. My second recommendation would be AutoCAD. Now, AutoCAD is a more traditional 2D drafting software. It's still used everywhere, especially for detailing plans and technical drawings that you can't easily do on a 3D software. It's very easy to learn, incredibly useful, and the good thing about AutoCAD is it's available on a free student license. So if you're a student, you can get this software for free and learn it. The third software I'm going to be recommending, and which is probably one of the most used softwares in the architectural industry, is Revit. In the UK, every major architecture firm lists Revit as a requirement. Don't believe me? Here are job listings for architectural assistants, both Part 1 and Part 2, at the top architectural firms according to the AJ 100. Every one of them lists Revit, and in some cases, Rhino as a requirement to getting hired. And if you're wondering what the AJ 100 is a list made by the Architects Journal that ranks the 100 largest architectural practices in the UK based on the number of architects employed and a couple of other factors. So, if you were going to master one software, it would probably be Revit. The second category are your rendering softwares. Now, this is how you turn your model or your design into something that actually looks good and realistic. Now, there are tons of options, but I'm going to provide you with the most accessible and industry friendly ones. First on the list is Lumion. It's great for quick, beautiful renders. It has a super easy user interface, real time rendering, and amazing for studio deadlines. The second one is Twinmotion. It's made by Unreal Engine. It's free for students as well and integrates very, very well with Revit and Rhino. And this is something you want to consider when choosing a rendering software. You want a rendering software that can link and is compatible with the ones that you use to design. So if you're using Revit, Rhino, you want rendering softwares that are compatible with those ones. The third software on my list is the D5 Render. D5 Render is a newer but rapidly growing real-time renderer. You have a clean interface, high quality lighting, and it's quite easy to learn as well. Now, there are other options like V-Ray, Enscape, which are both great, but the three that I've mentioned above are the easiest and fastest for students to learn. The third category I'm going to talk about are your post-production softwares. And the only software on my list actually is Photoshop, which is kind of like the ultimate final touch too. Photoshop is sort of non-negotiable for post-production, so you can use it to post-process your renders, you can use it to add backgrounds, create site analysis diagrams, edit site photos, mood boards, and portfolios. And now Photoshop even has AI embedded in it, so your workflow can be even faster and more efficient. Now, feel free to pick any of the rendering softwares. Each of them are equally as good, equally as compatible. Obviously, they all have their pros and cons depending on what you're trying to achieve. But if you want me to make a video comparing the rendering for each of them, let me know down in the comments. Now, some bonus softwares that would probably be useful to you as an architecture student. First on that list is InDesign. You can use InDesign for your portfolio layouts. Adobe has some wonderful templates you can use. Unfortunately, they are not free to students, but they do offer a student's discount. You just need to sign in with your student email. Second on that list is Grasshopper, which is a plugin for Rhino and works well with parametric and computational design. Now, like I said earlier, if you're a big fan of Zaha Hadid architecture, then you would probably love Grasshopper and Rhino. So Revit, AutoCAD, Rhino, any of the rendering softwares, Photoshop. Let me know in the comments which ones you would like to see and which ones you want to learn how to use. If you found this helpful, hit like and subscribe and share this with a friend who needs it, and see you on the next one.